Obama, we were promised change, right? Mr. Obama was our hope and change, Mr. Deporter-in-Chief, Mr. Escalate the Imperialist Wars, Mr. Drone strike. So we were promised change under Obama. We didn't get any change. Bernie being a socialist is a fantastic thing. It means he actually gives a shit. Any working class person that has any capability of thought, any thinking working person, just instinctually knows that socialism is a great thing. Socialism is the opposite. Look at Donald Trump. Socialism is the opposite of that. So we just have to have a conversation in this nation, and we actually got to be precise, and we got to, know what the fuck we're talking about. When it comes to Mr. Electability, right? Mr. Electability finally won his election in South Carolina, but Mr. Electability didn't win 3 elections right in a row. That's Joe. But meanwhile, Bernie Sanders beat Donald Trump in 65 of the last 70 polls. The polls are the background states. It shows that Bernie Sanders beats Trump. Bernie Sanders beats Trump in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and all across America. Bernie Sanders has passed over 400 bills. So the shit that he can't, get elected, that he hasn't got shit done, Joe Biden sits there and says, well, Bernie's been promising health care, his whole life, and he didn't get it done. Joe Biden, meanwhile, threatens nations to not give Edward Snowden asylum. That's what Joe Biden cares about. What? Somebody from the government actually told the truth? We need to threaten all these nations. Don't you dare give Edward Snowden asylum. Meanwhile, is he going to give us some universal health care? Is he going to give us a free college? No, Joe Biden's going to pass a bankruptcy bill, do the crime bill. He's going to attack Anita Hill, right? Hey, it's Clarence Thomas, you quit attacking good old Clarence Thomas, Anita Hill. Fucking Joe Biden was against segregation with the anti-busing bullshit. Joe Biden just sucks. Joe Biden's a right-wing neoliberal piece of shit. Why did South Carolina vote for him? Because he's a Republican. He's a right-wing neoliberal Republican. And while Joe Biden's a piece of shit, I'm going to defend him on this one thing. The media is just so stupid, and they just want to, fuck people over. So, look, he makes gaffe after gaffe, but he's just trying to, learn how to speak, just like that Saturday Night Live. Joe, listening to Joe Biden is like listening to an old man trying to parallel park his thoughts. That's exactly what Joe Biden does when he talks. So Joe Biden he admits that, I guess I wasn't arrested, right? Old creepy Uncle Grandpa grew up in Sniff. So he's going to sit there and talk about the media. He's going to talk about how he got arrested walking to Mandela in Soweto or something. He goes, in Soweto, I got arrested trying to go visit Mandela, trying to go see Mandela. And so people said, oh, he got arrested with it. He didn't say he got arrested with Mandela. This is like the internet thing. Al Gore didn't say he invented the internet. He said that he brought, about the changes. So, Mandela, right? Okay, so he got arrested with the UN ambassador on the streets of Soweto to go see Nelson Mandela. But then the U.S. ambassador, Andrew Young, said that he didn't get arrested, nor did Joe Biden. So what's he talking about? Well, Joe Biden explains, I was stopped. I was not able to move where I wanted to go. So it sounds like he's detained, not arrested. Apparently, he was stopped from walking into a whites-only door, or he wasn't going to. So the truth, what's the truth? Okay, so Joe Biden, while on a congressional delegation to South Africa, the police had told Joe that he was not going to go in that door that says whites only and separate from his black colleagues. The police told Joe this. Or he told the police, okay, this is a confusing story, but it sounds like Joe gets to South Africa, and the black colleagues are heading for the black-only door, and then Joe's like, I'm not going through that whites-only door, so Joe Biden, standing up for white people, finally, somebody to stand up for white people's rights. He's basically saying he's of the black people, so he's going to go through the black door. But, he's, thinking of America, what it means to be, separate but equal. It's not equal, and anyways. And they said that, okay, so Joe Biden says that, let's see, he didn't want to go to the whites-only door. He didn't want to be separated from his black colleagues. And then the police are telling Joe Biden, you can't move, you can't go with him. And then they kept me there until finally I decided that it was, clear that I wasn't going to move. And so what they finally did, they said, okay, we're not going to make the congressional delegation go through the black door, and they're not going to make him go through the white door. So they went through no door. They didn't even go through a door. They just stayed in the lobby, you know, for the entire afternoon. So a little bit of a complicated story. I would like to actually know what the fuck happened, because clearly something happened, right? Something about white, black doors, so it gives you, you know, sort of a bird's eye view of what the fuck is going on in South Africa. But what it sounds like to me is Joe is saying, hey, I'm not going to go through that whites-only door. Hell no, I'm part of this black delegation. I'm going with them. And then they're like, oh, shit, you can't go through the black door. That's, you know, it's illegal. You can't do that. What the hell you think? You can't go through the black door. And then eventually, all right, fine, I'm just going to stand here. And they're like, fine. Then you don't go through the white door. You don't go through the black door. Let's just go through this main door right here in the hall. Or they didn't use it. They had to have used the door, so they, I guess, just went out a window. They just said, fuck it, let's just go out a window. I mean, what else can we do here? This, you know, Joe Biden's stopping this progress from happening. So, yeah. There's the progressive voice. I mean, he's interesting. He's progressive. He likes Bernie, so he's in the, you know, right mindset. But when he sits there and says that Joe Biden he's lost his rocker, he's lying, who knows what the hell is wrong with him? He's just shitting on him, and it makes me think, what's wrong with this guy with the progressive voice? He's a liar. He's sitting there saying that he got arrested with Nelson Mandela when that wasn't the case. So it's just clickbait, just a bunch of lies, a bunch of clickbait lies. I mean, eventually people are going to start clicking, you know, not clicking on you because they don't trust you. So yeah, just the media, you know, people, when people want to try to attack somebody else, just make sure you know what you're talking about. I think the whole Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas thing is bullshit on both sides. It's bullshit, you know. Donald, I give them both a pass, but they both need to knock it the fuck off because she's got the blood. She's got Native American bloodlines in her, so not much, but she's got some. And so therefore a DNA test, you know, had go ahead and acquitted her, or vanquished her, admonished her. Shit, none of those words. They made her look good. They made her look good. So, yeah, Joe Biden was not arrested with Nelson Mandela. Didn't say he was arrested with Nelson Mandela. He didn't get literally arrested with this situation in South Africa and Soweto with the UN ambassador, but he got detained, and there was clearly a situation that happened. So, you know, he's not trying to say he's Nelson Mandela, but he went to visit. Some shit happened to him, so... Yeah, I mean, quit being stupid. He's done a lot of dumb shit. He said he was running for U.S. Senate. He forgot the name of Obama. He said that poor kids are the same as white kids, insinuating that all poor people are black. None of the poor people are white. Most of the poor people are white. But not in Joe Biden's mind. It's the black people that are white, right? So, the black people that are white. Wait, what am I saying? I'm tired. So, yeah, he said a lot of dumb shit. He said a lot of dumb shit. So, you know, get him for what he's fucking said and done and get him on his shitty-ass policies. He's a creep. He's, you know, he's a fucking creep. So, you can hit him on so many different things, but just making shit up, we don't need to make shit up. So let's just make sure we get our facts straight. And, yeah. He didn't claim to be arrested with Nelson Mandela. Clearly something happened here. This only gives him more fodder. It makes him more interesting. Well, shit, something happened here. What happened? And, yeah, you know. Okay, anyways. Peace!